This time, on what could loosely be described as a cultural programme, we visit Bordeaux, encounter Rob and Lisa from Escape to France-Charente, stumble across a forgotten masterpiece in a sleepy riverside church, finally catch a kingfisher on one of my security cameras, and in what may prove to be an error of judgment, record a music video to mark 10,000 subscribers. Yes, it's as odd as it sounds. Welcome to another edition, and we've got a packed programme for you this week. All sorts going on. But before we start, I thought it'd be nice to talk about some of the interviews that we've done. And they're all following a very similar pattern. And that is the quality of life here in France, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. That people here have really learnt that it's, a real balance between work and life. And it's more of a work to live than a live to work.
It's very true. And the more and more we live here, the more we start to realise that. It has been lovely, hasn't it? Every single interview that we've done, there's a real pattern. Really, when I'm sitting doing those interviews and I ask and say, well, what are the negatives? Everyone goes,
They really struggle.
They struggle.
And they kind of, there's only really sort of two negatives that keep popping up.
Yes.
But really there isn't a new negative every interview.
No. We've come across bureaucracy and learning the language quite a few times.
Yeah.
And the most recent episode, we did an interview with Jenny and Brian, and they mentioned the French drivers that are literally tailgate.
And we're actually becoming more like French drivers every day. And I was Miss Daisy back in Jersey.
We?
Yeah.
That's a
Okay, sorry,
statement.
you.
What? Anyway, enough chitter-chatter.
Yep.
Let's get on with the show. That's the thing about gardening, isn't it? To make it tidy, you've got to make a right mess first. And Maria really goes out for making the right mess first.
But I figure if I put it in the driveway, something might actually happen.
So what we're doing is, in our wisdom, we put two planters here, one to grow spuds and one to grow other stuff like tomatoes and things. But we didn't think really about the positioning very well because we put it in at this time of year. So there's the planters, which we're moving because we put them under this tree, which in the winter was great. We thought, yeah, there's loads of light here. But in the summer, it just became too much.
Total shade.
So we're moving them from over there to this lovely sunny position where I have my log pile.
Typical bloody director.
And you can see there's plenty of space. What's she going on about? What are you going on about?
I said, typical bloody director doesn't do anything manual.
What do you mean?
Just walk around with a camera and talk to it. It'll all get done then.
Well, I've got to film the process.
Oh, there's the cucumber that I planted.
Where's the cucumber itself?
Well, obviously that was last year and the cucumber grew to that big. I was so excited. I think I might have talked it to death. We're not going to starve.
Finally, after a full day of humping, digging and filling, planters moved. Job done. We've had a lovely week. We've had friends come to stay and we've had more guests to our little venture letting out our rooms where we're now doing breakfast, and we might be taking them on the odd trip up the river, which is great fun, isn't it? But
They seem to love it.
They do love it, but what's so fascinating is that we're hardly getting any bookings from booking.com or Airbnb. They're all coming from you on YouTube.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. It's so lovely. And our last guests actually have got their own YouTube channel, Flat Bottom Girl, and they were great fun. So we took them on a little spin up the river. And we did our usual. We went to Saint Livrade for market day. And I think they really enjoyed it. So please don't hesitate. Use the link that I've put in the description and book in. Come and stay with us and come and have some fun.
We have a special rate just for our YouTube guests. And we love hearing that. I mean, it's almost like they know us, so we feel like we instantly know them. And it's just lovely, isn't it? It's not like strangers, and it's just so nice. And people say, you know, you always seem so fun on your channel, and you're just like that in person. So we are. What you see is what you get.
We are what we are. So I'll put the link in the description.
And it's amazing how many of our guests have, well, we were filming when they arrived this week, weren't we? And they were, we don't mind being in your video, you know, and it's just lovely. It's like people just embrace that, which is great. So thank you.
It's so true. If you don't mind being filmed,
thank you.
All the better. We've had a fun week. We've had some friends round.
Wendy and Colin, they came to stay for a couple of nights, and they brought you some whiskey.
Bells is impossible to get here. In Fongraves, Église Saint-Lazare, the altar tells its story in 17th century detail, anchored by a painting inspired by Rubens. It's humble, sacred, and quietly unforgettable. A small village church with a soul far bigger than its walls. With time to spare, we made a quick trip to Pujol, one of our favourite hilltop towns. But as always, when you're enjoying yourself, time slipped away. And before we knew it, it was time for our friends to leave. Not so early the next morning, we accidentally found ourselves heading to Bordeaux. We're driving to Bordeaux, which is one of our favourite cities.
It used to be New York, but for obvious reasons, it's now Bordeaux.
So yeah, we are. Bordeaux's an hour and a half from home, so it's a really easy trip for us, and it's such a fantastic city. And this morning, basically, I woke up to a text from Rob saying, we got up this morning and decided we're going to Bordeaux. I was like, what? It's only an hour and a half from us. So it's like, let's all meet. But Maria, in her wisdom, decided that she'd have a lazy day, so she didn't wake up till 10 o'clock.
It was 9:45 actually.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. Allow me that 15 minutes of less disgrace.
So we have scrambled. We've piled the dog into the boot, and we will be meeting Rob and Lisa around 1 o'clock. How marvellous is that? And yes, I'm excited. Whilst the girls discussed being natural blondes, there was an obvious question on my mind.
I did ask Rob if he was a natural blonde. No.
Bordeaux, with its soft golden stone and quiet confidence, feels less like a city and more like a gentle invitation. It's a place where every corner whispers a story. In the early light or late afternoon, Bordeaux is not about rushing, but about noticing the details, the sounds, and the small, perfect moments that make it truly French.
Here we are.
Here we are.
In real life. We're together.
That's very strange. I know. Now, and we're talking about doing a proper interview.
Yeah.
At some point in the very near future, on the weekend with the kids, with your cameras for your channel. Yeah. Speaking to us, and maybe the kids as well. Just had a lovely meal in the restaurant.
Yeah, little restaurant behind us. But look at this. This is Bordeaux. It's a beautiful, beautiful city. And what a surprise to the day.
Yes. Oh, well, I'm going to have to do that shot where we're walking past
Oh,
quickly,
yeah, can do.
just as a bit of subterfuge to pretend that it wasn't staged.
Oh, we love this sequence on Rob's channel.
What's that? What's that? Nah.
With Rob and Lisa heading home, we were left to our own devices. And that meant the inevitable.
Dante, here's to Rob and Lisa.
We returned home to a stunning evening.
It's so quiet. I don't know why I'm whispering. I don't want to disturb nature, I guess. It's just the birds. Oh, and my swans.
Now, those who watch this channel know that I just love filming wildlife.
Patience is the game, you know. Patience for all wildlife filming is the game. And guess what? I'm patient. There he is. My patience is paid off. Isn't that beautiful?
So Richard has been bugging me all week because we were so close to 10,000 subscribers. And when we finally hit it, well, you can imagine.
10,000 subscribers.
Unbelievable.
Honestly,
Fantastic.
I'm so chuffed.
Yeah.
So if you're not one of those and you haven't subscribed, come on, join in. Let's get it to 11.
Yeah.
And who knows what lays beyond.
Hopefully it's up, not down.
So to celebrate, we thought we'd have a bit of fun.
Yeah, that may affect the subscribers.
Yes, we're now certain that we'll lose a load of subscribers because of what we're about to do. But we thought we'd take on a theme. I mean, we love France because of its cheese.
We love cheese.
We love cheese. So we thought we'd be really cheesy.
Yeah, we've been cheesy.
You may remember Rob from Escape to the French Charente sent us an AI track the other day, which we used and it was great fun.
Loved it.
But
yeah.
that gave me a little idea.
Unfortunately. I blame Rob.
So I decided we would create our own track and sing it. And this is what happened.
Maria and Richard, sous le soleil, a new life in France, our own little tale. Albi walks by, toujours content, slowing down, c'est exactement. Life in the lot, venez chez nous. Stories and sunsets, sky so blue. Marché vendredi, music et vine. Living it slow and feeling just fine. Boat on the river, gliding so free. Herons and kingfishers flying past me. We're learning French, un mot à la fois. Bonjour, bravo, with a hopeful sigh. Life in the lot, suivez l'histoire. Real conversations, espoir et espoir. Watch our channel on YouTube. A new life in France, straight from the heartland.
That's it.
That's your lot from the life. From the light.
So that's it. That's your lot.
From the lot.
Till the next time.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Like an Aldi.